Hey, I'm Patrick Capino from the National Film Society, and welcome to Awesome Bad Guys, where we celebrate the greatest villains in movie and TV history. Today, we're looking at the legendary Meryl Streep's unparalleled role of Miranda Priestly in The Devil Wears Prada. Based on the book of the same name by Lauren Weisberger, Streep plays the titular devil, the uber-powerful editor of the fashion magazine Runway, who orders Anne Hathaway's aspiring journalist/assistant Andy around, humiliating her, and anyone else for that matter, whenever the opportunity presents itself.
What kind of skirts do you use?
Please bore someone else with your questions.
Meryl Streep was nominated for Best Actress for the role, her 14th overall Oscar nomination at the time, but lost out to the Queen's Helen Mirren. She did, however, win the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy, her 6th win. As the ultimate boss from hell, Miranda is in rare company. But what is it about Streep's character that's so unique, so memorable? What keeps us fixated and, much like Andy, keeps us wanting more? 1. She's unbelievably quotable. We all know villains get some of the best lines, and Miranda's are right off the top shelf.
And you have no style or sense of fashion.
Well, I think that depends on what you're...
No. That wasn't a question.
As the lady in charge, she exudes an almost cruel parental control over her young underlings, who are so desperate to please her in any way possible.
They're showing a lot of florals right now, so I was thinking I could
Florals?
do a shoot.
For spring. Groundbreaking.
The art of cruelty is a difficult one to master, and it would be far too easy to simply shout someone down and criticize them. But as with everything Miranda does, she delivers her punitive barbs with style.
Is there some reason that my coffee isn't here? Has she died or something?
2. She's powerful. Power is intoxicating for both those who have it as well as those who want it. She's self-aware and obviously self-assured in what she does and in her own singular importance.
You're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room. From a pile of stuff.
She's royalty in a world where people seek royalty, with anyone and everyone doing her bidding, like puppets on strings. She engenders loyalty without asking for it. She reigns over the fashion industry like a ruthless crime boss, holding all the cards and calling all the shots, making sure she will never lose her sway and influence. 3. She makes us see through her eyes. Great characters, good, bad, or anywhere in between, are never one-dimensional. They have depth that reveals struggle and relates some part of their humanity. This, of course, is true for Miranda. As she warms up to Andy, we're given slight glimpses and hints of her internal life, the domestic dysfunction, the wounded pride. She becomes more relatable, a real person, coming down off that pedestal, imperfections and all.
If you speak to him and he decides to rethink the divorce, then yes, fetch away.
In the scene in which Miranda discusses her divorce with Andy, Streep wore no makeup because she wanted it to be, quote, a scene where she is without her armor. The unpeeled scene in the hotel room, just to see that face without its protective glaze, to glimpse the woman in the businesswoman.
My girls, it's just so unfair to the girls. Just another disappointment.
And as Miranda softens towards Andy, we soften towards her, understanding the struggle she had climbing the ranks of such a cutthroat business.
Is there anything else I can do?
Your job.
4. Meryl Streep is Meryl Streep. Of course, none of these would matter without the person who brings these words and characterizations to life. Another performer could fall into the trap of making Miranda a one-note stereotype. Thankfully, Meryl Streep was their first choice for the role, and when she finally came on board, she set about to make Miranda distinctly her own. It's widely suggested that Vogue magazine editor Anna Wintour was the inspiration for Miranda Priestly, but Streep herself said she didn't want to do a pure impression of Wintour. Instead, she based her character on men she'd known, including Clint Eastwood and his soft-speaking style.
I know what you're thinking, punk. You're thinking, did he fire 6 shots or only 5?
Well, they played Rachmaninoff. Everyone loved it. Everyone except me, because sadly, I was not there.
Miranda's soothing, almost whispery delivery gives the sense of someone who's always in control, keeping her cool and staying one step ahead. Miranda Priestly is the villain you admire and the villain you want to please. A fashion elitist of the highest order, she holds the keys to Wonderland and lets you know you do not deserve even the slightest glimpse.
Everybody wants to be us.
What do you love most about Miranda Priestly? What's your favorite Devil Wears Prada line? Hit me up on Twitter and let me know. Also, be sure to check out nationalfilmsociety.com, and for more videos, subscribe to IMDb's YouTube channel. And remember to always embrace your inner bad guy.